The truth is usually left for us to hunt and gather independently if we are so inclined. Too many doubts grow in the cracks of silence and separation. Man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. A doctrine of expression rather than one of suppression makes a stronger appeal to man. Maybe everyone can live beyond what they're capable of. It is error only, and not truth, that shrinks from inquiry. Being sensitive is a gift that fosters peace. Help create a kinder, gentler world by embracing it. Miracles do not, in fact, break the laws of nature. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. You don't know me. You know on me, just like I know on you. And you can't know every me, and I can't know every you. We swallowed the chaos because we knew we didn't want to be ordinary. The journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination. Never fear love's absence in your life, because it already exists within you in great abundance. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. Even the smallest changes in our daily routine can create incredible ripple effects that expand our vision of what is possible. It's failure that gives you the proper perspective on success. The pure present is an ungraspable advance of the past devouring the future. In truth, all sensation is already memory. I am strangely tired, not from having talked so much, but at the mere thought of what I still have to say. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. Seeking what is true is not seeking what is desirable. Fallon affected my body in weird ways, but only because she's different, I told myself. Life is to be lived, not controlled, and humanity is won by continuing to play in face of certain defeat. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. The big lesson in life, baby, is never be scared of anyone or anything. Light in your mind is better than darkness in your soul. To learn something new, you need to try new things and not be afraid to be wrong. Those who achieve the extraordinary are usually the most ordinary because they have nothing to prove to anybody. Be humble. To ugly ducklings everywhere, don't worry about those fluffy yellow morons. They'll never get to be swans. No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man. The smell of the sweat is not sweet, but the fruit of the sweat is very sweet. Without man and his potential for moral progress, the whole of reality would be a mere wilderness, a thing in vain, and have no final purpose. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. To make a true choice, we must have true knowledge. For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. If your dreams are too hard to achieve, just achieve. At the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, no regrets. How much I missed, simply because I was afraid of missing it. To invent your own life's meaning is not easy, but it's still allowed, and I think you'll be happier for the trouble. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage. It is very tough to climb a mountain. However, it is not as tough as convincing yourself that you can climb it. Even a soul submerged in sleep is hard at work and helps make something of the world. The real heroes anyway aren't the people doing things. The real heroes are the people noticing things, paying attention. The truth about an animal is far more exciting and altogether more beautiful than all the myths woven about it. If you derive joy in destroying others, you won't go far in life. It does not matter how long you live, but how well you do it. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional. What a waste my life would be without all the beautiful mistakes I've made. I only want to write, and there's no college for that except life. Always forgive, but never forget, else you will be a prisoner of your own hatred and doomed to repeat your mistakes forever. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets, for it and knowledge can raise men to the divine. It is man's natural sickness to believe that he possesses the truth. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. We should be humble in our approach, but should not grumble towards life. We have a responsibility to help those around us and help others in need. We often think of failure as a negative experience, but it can teach us so much if we are open to learning from it. There are two ways of spreading light, to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Great men are like eagles, and build their nest on some lofty solitude. I am fallen, flawed, and imperfect. Yet drenched in the grace and mercy that is found in Jesus Christ, there is strength. Once you reject fear, you will become the perfect candidate to receive and reflect truth. Challenges are gifts that force us to search for a new center of gravity. Don't fight them. Just find a new way to stand. Tomorrow is promised to no one. Prioritize today accordingly. Decide how badly you want it and proceed accordingly. You not wanting mu is the beginning of muting myself, thank you. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring what others think. Earning is not possible without learning, and learning is not possible without burning. In the end, it wasn't death that surprised her, but the stubbornness of life. It's amazing how quickly nature consumes human places after we turn our backs on them. Life is a hungry thing. Your tomorrow depends entirely on what you do today. The most important day in your life is the day when you come to realize who you really are. In the end, you should always do the right thing even if it's hard. Life is a long, agonized illness only curable by death. The cost of oblivious daydreaming was always this moment of return, the realignment with what had been before and now seemed a little worse. All things one has forgotten scream for help in dreams. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Moments caught in time. Simple memories spread out before me. Timeless reminders of how life goes on, even when it feels as if you cannot. Art is the act of triggering deep memories of what it means to be fully human. No matter what he does, every person on Earth plays a central role in the history of the world, and normally he doesn't know it. You can believe in whatsoever you like, but the truth remains the truth, no matter how sweet the lie may taste. Sharing tales of those we've lost is how we keep from really losing them. I have never killed anybody, it is true, but it is because I lacked the courage or the time, not because I lacked the desire. I failed to communicate, that's why I chose to leave. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. Everything is hard, but your dreams are not impossible. If you have seen it with your mind's eye, it is indeed quite achievable. Time puts everything in its proper place, and whatever is misplaced is already on the way to where it belongs. I can choose either to be a victim of the world or an adventurer in search of treasure. It's all a question of how I view my life. What I want is so simple I almost can't say it. Elementary kindness. Do not give them a candle to light the way, teach them how to make fire instead. That is the meaning of enlightenment. Don't be scared to live your life without judgment. The revolution is not an apple that falls when ripe. You have to make it fall. Don't have hope that the situation will be better. Have hope that your Savior will be nearer. The biggest mistake we could ever make in our lives is to think we work for anybody but ourselves. You cannot connect with anyone except through reality. To leave, after all, was not the same as being left.